Good morning, students. Today we are going to study a new topic in solid state, that is packing efficiency. Okay, so as we are going to this topic, firstly we have to remember that the constituent particle, whether it is atom, molecule, or ion, are packed in whatever manner, there is always some free space, okay, in the form of voids. What I mean to say, that if you are taking a tetrahedral void, you can see if we are arranging the atom, suppose this is the one atom, this is the second atom, suppose we are arranging the atom, so here you can see a hole, okay, this is what called as tetrahedral hole or tetrahedral void. Okay, so basically whenever we are arranging the constituent particles in any way, then there remains some free space. In case of octahedral structure, that is called octahedral void. In case of tetrahedral structure, that is called tetrahedral void. Okay, but now as our topic is packing efficiency, so we have to focus on this, what packing efficiency is. So defining packing efficiency, it is the percentage of total space filled by the particles. Okay, so don't be confused over this. Packing efficiency is simply the percentage of total space filled by particles. Okay, whatever the particles are, whatever the conditions are, the total percentage of total space. Okay, the percentage of total space. From here you have to only conclude that if we are talking about the packing efficiency in HCP and CCP structures, then it will be 74%. In case of body centered cubic, it is 68%, and in case of simple cubic lattice, it is 52.4%. So how we are saying this? Just have a look of all of them. So firstly, if we are taking packing efficiency in HCP and CCP, cubic close packing structure, so earlier also I have shown you the structures. Okay, so if we are taking a unit cell, okay, just assume all having a unit cell. So here you can see in the diagram there is a unit cell, and in both the type of packing, whether it is HCP, hexagonal close packing, or it is CCP, that is cubic close packing, they are equally efficient. Okay, for this what you basically have to just is draw a diagonal. Okay, so here you can see if we are taking a unit cell and we have a drawn a diagonal, that is AC. Okay, AC is a diagonal, and as earlier also I have told you that a unit cell is formed by regular arrangement of atoms. Okay, we draw these atoms, but you have to assume that around these atom, okay, this is a whole atom. Okay, so you have to just understood in your mind about this figure. Okay, that is a spherical surface. Okay, so whenever we are going to dealing with these type of structure, firstly we have to make a diagonal. Okay, so we are making a diagonal AC. You can see here AC is the diagonal here. Okay, now taking the triangle ABC here, so you are very known with this fact that in a cube, whenever you draw a diagonal, then it becomes a right triangle. Okay, this is a concept in mathematics, so it become a right triangle. So as it is becoming a right triangle, we are applying Pythagoras theorem here. What is Pythagoras theorem? It is simply hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Okay, so for this, students, assume AC as B. Okay, we are assuming AC, that is hypotenuse, as B. Okay, and the two sides, that is base and perpendicular, which is AD and BC, as A. Okay, AD and AB as A. So now students, if we are applying the Pythagoras theorem, so you can see here AC square is equal to BC square plus AB square. This is the BC square and this is the AB square. Okay, just earlier also I told you that AC is equal to B. So we can equally write B square is equal to BC square plus AB square. Okay, and as also it is told that BC and AB is equal to A. So now we can write A square plus A square, or we can write it as 2A square. So AB square and BC square is becoming 2A square. Now as it is 2A square, so B, that is hypotenuse, will be equal to under root 2A. Okay, and one more thing which you have to remember here is this, that is the sides. Okay, as said that A is equal to 4R by 2. Okay, here from this equation we are taking the value of A. So having the value of A, it will become 4R by under root 2. Okay, or we can write it as 2 under root 2R. Now students, we can also write it as R is equal to A under root upon 2 root 2. A upon 2 root 2. Okay, if we have to consider about radius, then we can write A upon 2 root 2, and if we have to write about the side, then we can write 2 under root 2R. And students, just remember that in case of CCP, that is closed cubic packing, you have seen that they are effectively 4 spheres involving. Okay, I have shown you earlier also. Suppose we are making CCP structure. Okay, we are making CCP structure, that is cubic closed packing. So for this, I have earlier also told you, assume this as the sphere. So here you can see the 4 spheres are surrounding. Okay, and as 4 spheres are surrounding, so the total number of 4 spheres will be equal to 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. As you know, the volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube, and here are 4 spheres. So the value will be 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, and as you know, volume of cube is A cube. So here you have seen value of A is 2 under root 2R. Okay, then it will become 2 under root 2R cube. Okay, so now there is a formula for packing efficiency. Packing efficiency is given by volume occupied by the 4 spheres in the unit cell into 100 by total volume of unit cell. Okay, so students, putting the values, the very first is the volume occupied by 4 sphere. So we have seen that as there are 4 sphere and volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So we are putting the value, that is 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube into 100 by there is total volume of unit cell. So total volume of unit cell will be 2 under root 2R cube, and putting the values, the answer will be 74%. So what you have to take away with here is that the packing efficiency in case of HCP and CCP structure is 74%. Basically we are just saying that 74% space is filled and further spaces are left vacant. Okay, having voids or whatever. Okay, okay. Now students, taking the example of efficiency of packing in body centered cubic. So for body centered cubic, you have to just assume that there is a atom, or you can say lattice point at the center and at the 8 corners. Okay, for this what you have to just pay attention is that taking a diagonal with the there will be the atoms, the center atom will be in touch with the other 2 atom. Here you can see this is the center atom and this will be in touch with the other 2 atom. Okay, these are the atom at the corner. So as this is a unit cell, for this also if we are drawing a diagonal, then what basically happens, it becomes a right triangle. Okay, and for right triangle, the very first right triangle, that is in triangle EFD here. Okay, this is the triangle EFD. For this triangle, we are assuming the diagonal, the hypotenuse FD, okay, as B. So B square and EF and ED as A. So B square is equal to A square plus A square, that is 2A square. And we can also write B is equal to under root 2A. And also taking another right angle, that is triangle AFD, this triangle. Okay, here also students, as we are taking hypotenuse AF as C and the other sides, that is AD and FD as A. So for this, C square is equal to A square plus B square. We are taking FD as B. Okay, so A square plus B square is equal to A square plus 2A square. Here we have seen that the value of B is 2A square. So putting the value here, that is A square plus 2A square. So for this, C square will be 3A square. Okay, and we can also write C is equal to under root 3A. Now the length of the body diagonal C is equal to 4R. You can calculate this. You are seeing the three spheres. This is the very first R. Let me decrease the size. This is the first R, 1, the second R, 2, the third R, 3, and the fourth one. Okay, there are 4 R's, that is the radius. Now students, as there are 4 R, so 3A will be equal to 4R, or we have to just find A. A is equal to 4R by under root 3, or we can write R is equal to under root 3 by 4A. Okay, and students, as we know, in case of body centered cubic unit cell, there are 2 atoms. The number of atoms is 2. Okay, at the corners there are 8 atoms, so participation is 1 by 8, that will equal to 1 atom, and the body center resulting in 1 atom, so they form 2 atoms. So for this, having the value, that is volume, so volume will be 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, and the volume of the cube, that is A cube, will be, here you can see the value of A. The value of A is 4R by under root 3. Okay, or we can basically write as at 4 by 3 R cube. Okay, as we are very well known with the fact, the formula of packing efficiency, that is volume occupied by the 2 sphere in the unit cell by total volume of the unit cell. So putting the values, that is 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube into 100 by 4 by 3 r cube. Okay, and the answer, the result will be 68%. So in case of body centered cubic structure, 68% packing efficiency is there, that is 68% space are filled and further space are left. Now students, if we are talking about the packing efficiency in simple cubic lattice, then what will happen, here only one atom is there. Okay, at the corner 8 lattice point is there, and the participation will be 1 by 8, then atom will be 1. Okay, so from here we can directly conclude that here A will be equal to 2R. Okay, and as we know, the volume of cube, that is A cube, is equal to 2R cube. It will be become, putting the value, it will become 2R cube, that is 8R cube. Okay, and volume occupied by sphere, so that will be 4 by 3 pi r cube, because there is only one atom. What I am saying, you can look here in this structure. So for packing efficiency, the volume of one atom upon volume of cubic unit cell into 100. So volume of one atom is 4 by 3 pi r cube, and volume of cubic unit cell is 8R cube. Okay, into 100. So putting the values, the result answer is 52.4%. result is 52.4%. So students, this is all about today's lecture.